going on, everyone? Welcome to another very exciting episode right here on the MIgardener channel. We're outside, and as you saw, our caterpillar tunnel is loaded with new spring growth, and I'm really excited about it. And I wanted to show you all that because it brought, when I came outside, I was really outside just kind of cleaning up and didn't really expect to see a whole lot. And it brought so much excitement to me because I've really been just really kind of disappointed with how the spring has been going. We still haven't even started seeds yet. It is still well into the 20s at night, and we just got this nasty northerly wind that just does not stop, and it's really been getting me down. So I came out here to do some cleaning up, and when I saw that, it just fired me up for spring, and I had to show you all. And it kind of reminded me this constant message that I'm trying to promote on this channel, and that's that nature knows best. There's a lot of different ways to garden, and there's a lot of different ideas to all these different methods. There are certain plants that I just let nature do what nature does best, and this is a very prime example of that. There's a lot of people that try to start lettuce indoors, and there's a lot of people that try to try to perfect lettuce, and lettuce is one of those crops that you do not need to perfect. It is such a cold tolerant crop, and we have shown time and time again that this is why it's one of my plants that I don't recommend starting indoors, because the fact of the matter is I have not yet started my seeds yet. If I was starting my seeds, if I was starting my lettuce indoors, my lettuce would not be up and growing yet. And it's proof positive that the lettuce knew it was time to start. It knew it was, even though it's a cold hardy green and it gets down into the 20s here still, and we're still expecting snow, believe it or not, yuck. But it's still, with the conditions of this caterpillar tunnel that it provides, the protection that it provides, it knew that it was ready to start sprouting, and we're already farther ahead than we ever would have been had I started from seed. And I just want to stress that because I think so many people think that they themselves as gardeners need to take 100% of their garden into their own hands, and it causes so much undue stress. It causes so much more labor than you really need to apply. We're going to start talking about autopilot gardening. One of the aspects of an autopilot garden that I like to talk about is kind of the do-nothing approach to gardening. You can apply minimal effort and see amazing results if you apply the right systems. And this is one of those systems, is starting greens, well in advance, starting them even in the fall. There's a method out there called winter sowing that I know a lot of people are talking about, and I don't like to start everything winter sowing, but winter greens are one of those ones that if I put them in the ground in the fall, if I put them in the ground in late fall, even if they don't even grow or germinate, I can guarantee that in the spring, when the weather warms up and the soil becomes workable, they're going to start germinating. And I don't have to do anything special to make them germinate. I don't have to do anything special to get them to grow. They just do what they do best. And that is one of my starting tips to an autopilot garden. We're going to be going on this mission of talking about an autopilot garden this year, what it is, how to establish it, the different systems that go into place, that you need to put into place to really have a good autopilot garden. And I think this is a great place to start, which is starting plants, letting plants grow from seed that you don't need to start indoors. These are completely unnecessary to start indoors, and seeds that will germinate on their own when the weather's right. So even if you can work your soil and you can plant them and it's still below freezing out, but they're cold weather crops, things like arugula, spinach, lettuce, things like that, mash, claytonia, or miner's lettuce. Those are all ones that are just great. We're going to be starting some miniatina as well in here. And these are all crops that grow in super cold weather that do not need you to start them indoors. We're also going to be starting things like kale. We're going to be starting things like radishes, even things like beets and Swiss chard. We're going to be putting those in the beds right now, or not necessarily right now because we're losing sun, but this time of year, so that we get an earlier start, that we don't have to necessarily start them indoors. We don't have to take care of them indoors. We can let nature take care of them outside because nature knows best. And that's what I'm super excited to see that, because so often I get hung up with the fact that, me as a gardener, I need to know best on how to take care of my garden. But sometimes just stepping back can really teach you a nice hard lesson about just, who's in control here. And as long as you have the right systems in place, your garden's going to do great. So I know it's a quick one, but I think it's great to remind you all of, just constantly reminding you that there's certain plants you don't need to stress so much about, and why it's certainly great just to get them outside and let them grow on their own instead of starting them indoors. So I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you all learned something new. As a quick note, we are aiming for our 1,000 video mark in the coming week or so, and 1,000 videos is something I never thought was possible. I just certainly never even really had it on my radar. And I looked at the amount of videos we'd uploaded, and all of a sudden I saw 997. I thought, holy smokes, and we're going to do it. We're going to do it this week. And so I'm just really in awe of just the dedication that I've had to weekly uploads, and not really ever, in good times and bad, not stopping uploading, because I realize how important this content is to all of you. I realize how amazing this content is for all of your gardens, and it means a lot to me to hear your feedback. And what I would really love is I'd love some good ideas for our 1,000th video. It could be something special. We've even thought of maybe having users submit little video clips to our email and then compiling them as to what MIgardener has meant to you over the course of 1,000 videos. And I thought that'd be kind of cool. So what I want you to do is I want you to post your comments in the comments box below, and I want people to vote on the ideas that they like best. If it's something reasonable, it's something attainable, and pretty, pretty easy to do, I will definitely do it, and I'd be happy to do it, because 1,000 videos is a huge milestone, and it's something that means so much to me and Mrs. MIgardener, and I certainly hope it means a lot to you as well. So I hope you all enjoyed this quick video. I'm gonna go in and warm up because it is still brutally cold out, but as always, this is Luke from the MIgardener channel, reminding you to grow big or go home. Stay patient as a gardener. Spring will come soon. We are going to be starting seeds very soon here, probably within the next week or so, at least tentatively. And we'll catch you all later. See ya. Bye.